Good evening, good morning. It is December the 11th, 2019. On December the 11th, 2006, I buried my son. I made my son a promise. I made my son a promise. I made Baltimore a promise, and I made Zion, Illinois a promise. I made a promise that the name Shorty gonna mean something. Since 2006, I've been incarcerated in 2 different states. I've been made homeless. I've been called a terrorist. I've been treated like shit. And all I was doing was honoring my son. We talking about the violence in our communities. Well, my son was a victim of that violence. All right. My son was a victim of that violence. I was a part of that violence. I used to be all the things that y'all talk about with the violence that y'all got in Baltimore, territorial drug disputes, gang violence, all that. I used to do that. I used to be that. That was my life. But I came to Baltimore and I changed my life. I became something better than what I was. I went from Waukegan's worst to Baltimore's best. So this is dedicated to my son today. I'm a whistleblower. I'm a whistleblower in the courts. And long before my son got killed, I tried to end the war on drugs. If you Google State of Illinois versus Dwayne Davis, I turned in guns and drugs to the police at the police station. I called the police, 911. Yeah, told them I was coming. Google it. Look at it. I won that case on appeal. I'm innocent of all charges. So like I said, this is dedicated to my son, because you can't tie me to my past, and you can't stop me from my destiny.
I did a lot of things. I sold guns, drugs. I was a hustler. I had prostitutes. My criminal record is open to the court. Open to the public. I did things when I didn't want to do it no more. I was done with it. I've been fighting with this county. My son was killed, and they won't tell me nothing about it. My son was a child in front of us in the environment. I'm a product of my environment. I ain't gonna leave this place. I'm coming back. I'm gonna do things that's gonna change this place. If you see Shorty around here, it's gonna mean something. That's right. If you see Shorty around here, people gonna recognize Shorty back for the right reasons. All right. You know what I'm doing?
Now we talk about murder. We talk about the murder and the death in our community, but we don't want to address it. But we're going to address it. It's my Twitter page. All right. Because we use social media for social change: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, MySpace, Instagram. That's what I use. I was financing this movie out of my store because I was making $260,000 a year. So I didn't have a problem putting that money into the community. I did a lot of it in the community. I helped a lot of people in Baltimore. This was the case right here. All right. Yeah. Last night I was at Yitzy's party, and I got to talk to Senator Hardin and Senator Van Hollen. All right. I work for 85% of the richest people in this state. All right. That's Kathleen Hughes, Radio 1, TV 1. All right. Larry Young, WOLB. All right. Larry Young been knowing about this for the longest, and he been lying to the public. He participated in this fraud. When y'all locked me up, he was having a ball. I ain't locked up no more. And you won't lock me up because you know I was a whistleblower. You locked up a whistleblower on the courts and the corruption and the racism in the courts, and you stole my property. I was making a movie about y'all. I had a film crew, a producer, all that shit. Y'all locked me up and called me a terrorist. Made me homeless, made me lose everything. They got a story in the Bible called the story of Job. The story of Job was about this man that had everything in the world, was living large. Then God and the devil made a bet that Job would forsake his God if he took all his earthly possessions. I'm not going to never give up my God. My God is always going to be my God. I don't care what happens to me. You feel me? Go to President Obama. I'm a whistleblower, and President Obama gave me that. I'm a whistleblower. On May 5th, 2008, President Obama said he'd investigate my incarceration. So on May 5th, 2008, y'all should have never put your hands on me. That's President Trump. I'm a whistleblower. So everything that President Bush got, everything that President Obama got, everything is going to be sent to President Trump. I'm a whistleblower on the courts and the racism in the courts. We already know that Donald Trump is racist. But I'm going to show you black faces that are racist. You can't call black faces racist, but you're going to call them black faces carrying out a racist agenda. All right. That's Lester Holt. You can go to Lester Holt. You can go to Kai Jackson. You can go to Vic Carter. You can go to Eddie Conway. You can go to Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle. You can talk to Hassan Giordano. You can talk all these black faces and black voices. I was making a Minority Report. A Minority Report. And it was about your politics. All right. We're talking about racism. We're talking about white supremacy. This is the face of white supremacy right here. I had to reshoot all the footage that I had to reshoot all the footage because y'all stole all of my footage from 19. Y'all stole a lot of my footage, so I had to reshoot the footage. And like I said, President Obama. Congressman Cummings, Cardins, Mikulski, the ACLU. I made this minority report long. I made this minority report. And it was about the prison industry, mass incarceration. I finished the minority report and I was ready to deliver it to President Obama. And this was the property that you stole from me. A body attachment. Y'all never locked nobody up for this. Y'all never charged nobody with that. Y'all never did nothing about stealing my property. You owe me my property. It's my right of due process and equal protection. At the conclusion of a trial, if I was found innocent of all charges, my property is supposed to be returned to me. I'm supposed to be compensated for my losses duly, freely, and at the expense of my government. Now, you've been denying me access to the court. You've been denying me a right to file lawsuits. So we're going to file a class action lawsuit. Just like I said, it's the Minority Report. That's in 2013. I got a case ID number. 29. I got a Department of Justice case ID number. 2911907. All right. Now, Robert Davis, Robert Harding, Robert Herr, Rod Rosenstein, Alan Locks, Patrick Fitzgerald, Caperhoff, Loretta Lynn, and Eric Holder. 10 people from the Department of Justice. 10 people from the Department of Justice got this. All right. That's President Obama. Yeah, I got a letter from the White House. I'm a whistleblower on the courts and I'm a whistleblower on the corruption and racism. See that? I'm an inmate. See that? I'm a whistleblower, and you locked up a whistleblower. Now I showed this to Brent. I showed this to Hassan Giordano. I showed it to Luke Broadwater, Ivan Bates, Ryan Dorsey at the event the other day at the function, at the DMV event. See that? Governor O'Malley. See who got this? You got inmates in the Lake County Jail and the Baltimore County Detention Center. You got over 10,000 inmates in the Lake County Jail that need to have their cases reversed and remanded, and 10,000 cases here in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. I'm going to open up the floodgates, Pandora's box, because, like I said, that's the Attorney Registry Disciplinary Committee, where you take lawyers to court for violating laws and rights. See this? If Blagojevich can go to jail, so can Governor O'Malley. Y'all locked me up and called me a terrorist. So while I was in jail, I wrote a diary. I made a diary. While I was in jail, I got a diary. President Obama asked for an investigation. This diary is part of the investigation. All right. I still haven't seen my grand jury minutes. Still haven't seen the evidence. All right. On February the 21st, 2008, the Ron Battle came to Illinois. Right here. All right. Deron Battle went to Illinois and told the people I was crazy. They gave me another 90 days in jail. I was in jail for 186 days. The law say I'm supposed to have a speedy trial. That's 120 days. You broke the law, denied me a trial. And when President Obama said have an investigation, you put me out of jail, sent me back to Illinois. Sent me back to Maryland. See that FBI Lisa Madigan. See what y'all was doing? Y'all was destroying mail. I had to take this diary and I had to mail it I had to mail it out. I had to give it to other inmates. Y'all was doing locker searches on my property. And like I said, this is one diary. And I got it copied online. This is Dred Scott. This is the movie I Am Dred Scott. And it breaks a whole lot of y'all down. Now, like I said, this is the Minority Report. This is a statement of fact. I got a right to defend myself. You can go look it up. You can Google it. State of Illinois versus Dwayne Davis. It's a precedent-setting case. It also says that I can defend myself at any time. I can choose to defend myself. See who got this? I'm giving y'all a breakdown of my life for the last 13 years, what I had to go through. That's Patrick Fitzgerald of the Department of Justice. These are the inmates. Since y'all locked me up and incarcerated me, I wrote a diary. I kept a diary and also was doing legal work while I was in jail. You can contact Bay Walls. You can contact Juan Rivera. You can contact anybody that was in jail, Anthony Nixon, and whoever was in jail from December of 2007 till June of 2008 is witnesses. Michael Alport and me was writing a book and a documentary about the racism in the courts in Baltimore, in Lake County, Illinois. Me and Michael Alport, and we put it on film. We put it on video. It's there. There's nothing that you can do about it. These are the inmates. I was organizing while I was in jail. I'm a whistleblower on the courts and the corruption in the courts. Right here. See that? Department of Justice. See that? Senator Obama has requested a federal investigation. I'm a whistleblower on the courts and the prison industry. I went to jail in Illinois and Maryland to expose the corruption. All right. You locked me up and I made a promise to my son. I said I wouldn't kill nobody no more. I said I wouldn't put my hands on nobody no more. You can't make me to be that person I used to be, no matter what you do to me. Like I said, the story of Job, they gave me a job and I did my job. And these are the supporters of Shorties. These are the supporters of Shorties. I got like 15 pages. This is a legal notice. Because like Johnny Oleski, Kamenetz, Hardin, Mikulski, yeah, this is a legal letter. Federal investigation because I was kidnapped in the state of Illinois. I am Dred Scott. I'm a free man in one state and I'm a slave in another because I'm black in America. I got a right to defend myself. That's why when Governor O'Malley see me, he break like Jesse Owens. There you go. I got everything documented. That was Mikulski. This is Hardin. See that? Seen Cardin's last night. Maryland Black Caucus, 2009. I'm very good at what I do. I was administrative assistant to the engineering officer on the USS Mississippi. The ACLU had this information in 2008. They had it in 2010. They had it in 1986. This is my file with the ACLU. See, the ACLU get a lot of money off of mass incarceration in the prison industry. They raise a lot of money. They don't get the money back into the communities that it affect, and they've been making a lot of money claiming to work for the people in the community, and they don't. I work with the ACLU from time to time. 2020, the ACLU gonna work for us. Like I said, that's the ACLU. The ACLU didn't want to have nothing to do with my case, but they want to sit here and champion mass incarceration. They want to go down to Annapolis and claim that they're the forefront of the fight. They want to claim that they're in the forefront of the fight, and they're not. The ACLU exploits black tragedies. ACLU been a part of this since 1986. I've been giving the ACLU this information. I go to Annapolis, I testify. The ACLU refuses to address the illegal war on drugs. The ACLU is making money off of our black tragedies, putting our black faces in front, claiming to be champions for us, and they're not. This is the ACLU file number. I got 2 Jailhouse Diaries, and the ACLU don't want them because the ACLU's name is in them. It shows them when they refuse to help me. It names them, and then I got a lot with the ACLU. They don't want no part of this. Neither does Congressman Cummings. Congressman Cummings, Congressman Sarbanes, Congressman Brown, Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger, Lenny Hoyer, Andy Harris, Cardins, Van Hollen. Yeah, y'all knew all about this because y'all make a lot of money off the prison industry. The Bill Clinton crime bill, Kwasi and Fumi signed off on. Like I said, I'm a caterer. I'm a caterer. I'm a shorty. I've been cooking for y'all since 1997. I've been cooking for judges, lawyers, politicians, Patarakis, Angelos. Yeah, I've been cooking for the people that own Baltimore. Quickly. All right. Like I say, I changed my product. I didn't change my hustle. I'm still shorty. I seen Senator Cardins last night. Took pictures with him and everything. They hated that shit. Cause see, I get you in public. In public, you can't deny nothing in public. But when you get out of public, you do shit behind closed doors. That's Exhibit 4. See the date? I was making a movie. He said he can't be in the movie, but he in the movie. This is the ACLU. From 2006 to 2010. See whose office that is? See how long he had it? He done had that since 2013. Senator Cardin's been sitting on this for the longest. Senator Cardin's, Kettleman, John Cardin's, Bobby Zirkin, Lafferty, Broshini, Delegate Sidnor. Yeah, y'all been sitting on this for 13 years. Received. Received. I made y'all sign for this shit because I made it legal. I don't want nobody saying they don't know nothing. I won't want no he say, she say nothing. I'm from Chicago. I told you this is patterned after Operation Grey Lord. I got my paperwork in order. That says whistleblower. Yeah. Chief Justice Roberts got this. I sent this to Chief Justice Roberts in 2007 and told him what I was doing. I turned in guns and drugs to the police at the police station. This is what I did in 1986. That's my signature. (1986) to now. In 2010, when I blew the whistle and I was doing this documentary, Governor O'Malley sent police to my house. He sent state troopers to my house. They came in my house and they put guns to my head. They threatened my life. I'm not scared of dying. If you come up in my house and you threaten me, man, pull the trigger. You should have pulled the trigger. You should have killed me when you had the chance and the opportunity. But it ain't, that's gone now. It's all over. See that case number? Y'all ain't did nothing about that case. Y'all threw that in the garbage. Because when I got locked up, you threw everything I had in the garbage. Y'all didn't think I'd be here. Y'all thought I'd be in jail fighting for my freedom with the Innocence Project. No. I fired my lawyer and defended myself. Now I want what belongs to me. All right? City, county, state, federal levels. Executive, judicial, and executive, judicial, and legislative branches of the government. I exhausted all my remedies. So in 2020, since y'all don't want to give me my property back, y'all don't want to give me my freedom, I'm going to ask for political asylum to a foreign country. I'm going to petition other governments to take my black ass out of America. Since President Trump said, if you don't like it, leave, dog, I'm a political prisoner because of my social activism. So I'm going to ask for somebody to take me. I'll go to Cuba. It's warm down there. The Department of Justice destroyed evidence. That's the Department of Justice. Now, 2 weeks ago, Friday, when y'all indicted Mayor Pugh, I made Robert Hur say that he would accept my whistleblower's application. I made him shake my hand. I made him do it in front of everybody, and I got it all on film. Yeah, I got it on film.
You want to be political. You don't want to say two words. When we're in the county council chambers,
that was Julian Jones and Senator Cardin. That was last night at Yitzy's event. It's like I'll be coming to y'all's events. But like I said, I'm a whistleblower. And the Department of Justice destroyed evidence to protect the corruption here in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. You don't want this information out. You don't want these people going to jail, but I don't want nobody left out the loop. That's Eric Holder. That's Eric Holder. Yeah, and that's Eric Holder. Everything that Eric Holder has, need to turn it over to Obama. I mean, to President Trump. This is from Illinois. You took my videotape from December the 22nd to the 24th. That videotape is my intellectual property. It's protected under the Constitution. I'm an honorably discharged veteran. I took an oath to defend my country against all terrorists, foreign and domestic. Y'all are terrorists. Y'all are terrorizing the black community. And I made a movie all about it. All right. I'm a member of the Creative Alliance. I'm a member of the Creative Alliance. This is the Jailhouse Diary from 2011. Y'all got mad because I applied for Martin Luther King's job. I applied for Martin Luther King's job on February the 6th, not the 7th. I went in front of the Towson courthouse and I hung out dirty laundry. See this? That's what y'all locked me up and charged me with terrorism. Just like the Westboro Baptist Church. Like I said, it's a documentary. I asked for all this information before y'all locked me up. Before you locked me up in Illinois, before you locked me up in Maryland, I told you what I wanted. I wanted my records because I was making a documentary about your courts and your corruption. Yeah. The war on drugs. I was kidnapped. President Obama. Yeah, while I was in jail, I kept a diary and I did everything I was supposed to do. You talking about bail rights. See, Bobby Zirkin get a lot of money from the bail bondsman's industry. He get a lot of money from the bail bondsman's industry. He get a lot of money from healthcare and the pharmaceutical companies because y'all test the drugs on the inmates. Martin Luther King went to jail, wrote letters from a Birmingham jail. He wrote letters from a Birmingham jail. Like I said, that's Governor O'Malley. And it's certified, notarized. That's Dick Gregory, Soledad O'Brien. This to get Shorty program that Governor O'Malley approved of. That's Sam Cassell. That's Governor Schaefer. That was to raise money for the war on drugs. That was to raise money to help take care of the community. He approved that program. Like I said, President Obama asked for an investigation. See the date? Keep the dream. Keeper of the dream. Spike Lee was in town the other day, and I wanted to holler at him, but he didn't want to holler at me. See that? Oprah Winfrey. See, Gayle King got this. Gayle King had this when I started this, so Oprah Winfrey know all about this. See, Oprah Winfrey ain't gonna talk about this, but she want to talk about R. Kelly, and let's talk about the prison industry. Oprah Winfrey, let's talk about Richard Sher and your relationship you have with Richard Sher to get to where you at. Let's talk about what got you started, because they got a lot of rumors about you and Richard Sher. A lot of rumors. I don't know what's true because I wasn't here, but I know this is true. I know this is true. That's the Secret Service. But see, the Secret Service came to see me, and y'all didn't want to do nothing when y'all found out this movie was coming out. When y'all found out this movie was about President Obama, y'all didn't want no part of it. Like I said, I got everything in mind documented. You can go, I got a case file on me with the Department of Justice, the Secret Service, the FBI. Yeah, they got files on me. They got papers on me. Attorney-client privilege. The miracle of shame. I'm going to shame y'all. I'm going to publicly shame y'all. That's the Maryland Legislative Black Caucus. Because I gave this to y'all. Oh, man. All right. Like I said, I've been policing the police, and while I was in jail, I was policing the police. Not only was I policing the police, we're talking about Abbott's to pay the firms, all right? While I was in jail, I tried to get Peter Angelos to file a class action lawsuit about the opioids and the abuses of opioids in the prison industry and how y'all was using inmates to test the opioids. Now, right here, Sent WJZ a letter. The situation, Stein Saunders, Mike Shue. All right. Y'all had that while I was in there. Yeah. So this is why I shut the media down. Ty Jackson, all of y'all had this. Y'all had this. You feel me? Ty Jackson, Mary Bala, Vic Carter. Y'all move your corruption. Y'all keep that shit in line. Like I said, here it is right here. Ty Jackson, right here. So we're gonna close on this note. I'm a whistleblower. That's it. I'm a whistleblower. And I want the same protections y'all giving that white lady that's going to impeach Donald Trump. I wanted that same protections that y'all giving her to me. I want the same protections. I want the same protections. See that? I don't want y'all to kill me like y'all did the suitor. I don't want to end up dead like the suitor. That's the county executive. So I don't want nobody to say that they don't know. Like I said, it's a movie and a documentary. I gave you 45 minutes. I gave you 13 years and 45 minutes. I'm looking for a producer and a film entity to get this out there. I want this at Netflix, Apple TV. Y'all like Game of Thrones? Well, you're going to love Dred Scott. Y'all like Black is New, the Orange is the New Black? Well, y'all going to like Baltimore Rewired. Hassan Giordano seen this. Luke Broadwater seen this. Ivan Bates know about this. Sheila Dixon know about this. This gonna be the who's who of Baltimore. You should have let me bury my son and leave. You made me stay. You created this beastly individual. I was always beastly. You just don't want that beast. Like I said,
I did a lot of things. I sold guns, drugs. I was a hustler. I had prostitutes. My criminal record is open to the court. Open to the public. I did things when I didn't want to do it no more. I was done with it. I've been fighting with this county. My son was killed, and they won't tell me nothing about it. My son was over there, the child, in front of us in the fire. I'm gonna try to get my life. When I get to leave this place, I'm coming back. I'm gonna do things that's gonna change this place. You see Shorty around here for a mean something. That's right. You see Shorty around here, people won't recognize Shorty back for the white reasons. You know my son?
See the date? 2010. 2010. My son was killed in 2006. It's 13 years I've been fighting this fight. And I'm going to fight it till the day I die. Yeah, I love the color of white toilet paper. I think of white supremacy when I'm wiping my ass. Doing this for the kids. You feel me? Yours, mine, and ours. I got a vested interest in Baltimore. And like I said, Senator Cardin seen me last night. He can't say that he don't know. Van Hollen can't say that he don't know. Julian Jones can't say that he don't know. And this is what I'm going to leave you on. You stole us from Africa. I'm ready to go back home. I'm ready to leave America. But I'm not going to leave without what belongs to me.